Movements are known by their mottos. The civil rights movement sang, "We shall overcome." In the disability community, we have our own motto, "Nothing about us without us." We, us, interdependence, community. Compassion and Choices has its motto, "My life, my death, my choice, me, myself, I."
I've worked for the Connecticut Hospice now for 7 years. We admit approximately 1,400 people per year to the inpatient facility, and I can tell you I have had assisted suicide conversations with fewer than 5. It's clear that relief of symptoms almost always ends the discussion dismissively, that patients do not particularly look for or value a legalized form of self-destruction.
Under House Bill 5326, a misdiagnosis or an incorrect prognosis can become a death sentence, cutting lives short by years, even decades. John Norton was diagnosed with ALS at age 18 and given 3 to 5 years to live. 6 years later, the progression of his disease suddenly stopped, and he's alive at age 76 with a wife, children, and retired from a successful career. He writes that if assisted suicide had been legal at the time, quote, "I would have taken that opportunity."
I can tell you, having seen patients for so many years, that people who are suffering, anxious, and agonized will change their goals and change their wishes even from day to day. If I provide my patient with a means of death on Monday, would he have changed his mind on Tuesday? But he's gone on Tuesday.
And under House Bill 5326, family members can be kept in the dark about a relative's assisted suicide. What if your parent or spouse were to ingest a lethal prescription and you had no idea this was coming? When it is my choice to my death, widows and orphans do not matter, family and community do not matter. It's all about me.
Most woundingly to me, legalizes the falsification of a death certificate by forbidding the entry of assisted suicide as the cause of death in these individuals. We are enjoined by the Act to put down the diagnosis that made them ill in the first place, but not to refer to what we have done. Finally, 15C forbids any public agency in Connecticut to refer to this procedure as suicide or assisted suicide, but enjoins all of our agencies to refer to it as aid in dying. We wish we could abolish individual suffering by any means, but I believe the impulse to support assisted suicide offers a narrow and dangerous solution to a problem with profound and widespread cultural effects. The burdens of this bill outweigh any benefit. To make it work, you will need to scatter and shatter the renowned role of my profession of medicine in this society. And those who deny a slippery slope in this matter are deceiving themselves and putting us all in danger.
Let us not sink to the level of a self-centered movement that appeals to our basest instincts, especially our fear of disability as we grow older. Instead, let us hearken to the call to conscience. Reject Compassion and Choices in House Bill 5326, which have far more in common with the selfishness of Ayn Rand than the dream of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We shall overcome.